Hi, everyone, and happy Sunday. Welcome back to our Chatting with Charities, where we sit down with different nonprofits and charities on PEI, learn a little bit more about them, and learn how we as Islanders can support them. So today I'm joined by Tammy from Blooming House, and she is going to give us a little bit of information about what they do and what they're all about. So, hello, Tammy.
Good morning.
Thanks again for joining us. So the first question that I have for Tammy is just if you could tell us a little bit about Blooming House and what it does.
Sure. So Blooming House just turned 2 years old on January 25th. Blooming House is a nonprofit shelter serving women and those who identify as women. It is considered a low barrier homeless shelter for women, meaning that women are able to access the shelter despite any mental health issues or addiction issues. We are considered unique in the fact that low barrier means just what it sounds like. It means that we will not place the extra barriers around homelessness to women from access. We will not prevent them from accessing shelter. So they may come in and be in the middle of their addiction. They may be trying to recover from their addiction, or they may have an undiagnosed or diagnosed mental health concern that may be in the process of being treated or not. Then we also serve all women 18 and over, whether they are experiencing homelessness from eviction or a relationship or whatever those barriers are that they are facing in securing and sustaining reasonable housing. So we are a shelter that serves all women 18 and older or women who are identifying as female.
Okay. And the shelter, it's like any shelter, it's just open certain hours of the day. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
So as of January 1st, we extended our hours from 4 p.m. to 8 a.m. So therefore, women are able to access the shelter beginning at 4 p.m. And the way they're able to access the shelter is either through a self referral, where they simply call, or perhaps they may be referred by law enforcement, they may be referred by another shelter, they may be referred by the outreach center or QEH, maybe a mental health provider. Um, they're able to access through any type of referral.
Okay. Awesome. And so, Tammy, if people do donate, and I know lots of people do, you have a lot of support.
We do.
What is done with the funds that people donate to the Blooming House?
Sure. So, any type of donation that anyone makes to Blooming House goes into supporting the women and the house itself. Uh, Absolutely $0 from donations go to staff salaries or my salary. Every bit of monetary donations go right back into supporting the women who are staying with us. And we have, in the last 2 years, serviced 115 individual women in 2 years. So, and that support, if we're talking about the operational support, then that would mean paying the rent on the building that we are renting, the heating expenses, the electrical expenses, the food expenses, um, the bedding expenses, the laundry expenses, and of course, because of COVID, we've had to uh, use our funds that may have been allocated for a food budget. We've had to kind of dip into that to be able to pay for the extra bleach, the extra PPE, which now the government has been providing those extra PPEs. But in the beginning, we had to find a way to support women through the beginning of the COVID and throughout the pandemic. So that's been a little bit of an increase that we've seen. But again, any monetary donation goes into supporting women, even small support, such as we buy coffee cards for women so that when they, every Monday morning, they are given a coffee card to Tim's, and that will last them a week so that they're able to purchase a coffee, purchase a snack during the day, because during the day they're not able to access the shelter. They are either on the street or some may be employed. or they're accessing the Outreach Warming Center. So again, 100% of donations goes right back into Blooming House and supporting women individually and as a group. None of the funding goes, $0 of donations goes into staff or any type of salary.
Okay, awesome. Now, below this video, when this video is posted, we will have a link to your website and all of your social media links as well. Is that the best place for people to go to donate funds?
It is. We have our website set up so that people are able to donate using the website's Visa, MasterCard, any type of EFT. We also have a resource coordinator, we have a shelter coordinator, and then myself. So people are able to reach out to us individually if they are aware that, hey, I have something that I would like to drop off. We make appointments to drop off items as well as monetary items. The best way to donate to us is through our website.
Okay. And what about if people want to support Blooming House, but maybe they don't have the financial means to donate? Are there ways that they can support you that's not monetary?
Yes, absolutely. So at this moment, we are doing, well, sorry, I forget which month we're in right now. It's a newer month. So we have at different times throughout the year, we have different campaigns. So it will be posted on our website. It'll be posted on our Facebook page that we may be looking for paper towels. We may be looking for laundry detergent. We may be looking for certain canned items. We may even be looking for those either new or well-used appliances like a toaster or a coffee maker, because we do have women who leave the shelter as they access housing, and Blooming House wants to support those women as they're transitioning out of the shelter and they find sustainable housing. They will come into the shelter with nothing. They oftentimes will leave with nothing. So therefore, we like to be able to set them up the best that we can, which may be a coffee maker, it may be a toaster, it may be some new linens, it may be towels, it may be laundry detergent, or even those staples that we take for granted like flour and sugar and peanut butter, coffee, those things that once you've been set up for a while, you take for granted. But if you are leaving a shelter and you're going into your first housing or your first apartment, you have absolutely nothing. And that could even mean dishes. And we don't need something that's brand new. We have been blessed by those in the community who have been so generous and provided really nice quality, good used housing appliances, small appliances. We're not talking about washers and dryers. We're talking about small appliances, as well as dishes and utensils.
Okay, awesome. And so in order to do that, they would just reach out to you.
Yeah, so something like that is where we would ask them to reach out to us through, on the website, we have a general email that is checked daily. And that email allows people to set up an appointment with us where we're able to meet them at the house during the hours that women are not there. We also have a bin outside the house that if someone, hey, I'm going to be stopping by at a certain time, it may not be a time where staff could meet them, they're more than welcome to leave something in the bin and call us and let us know that it's there. That happens regularly.
Okay, awesome. Okay, well, that was very informative. Thank you so much. And
great, thank you.
I have to say that I'm really impressed with how Blooming House has grown and blossomed. And the work that you guys are doing there is so important. And I think everyone wants to support in whatever way they can, because I feel like the majority of us has been in a hard spot. So we know what it's like to have a hand up and have people support you and get behind you and help you along the way when you need it. So Thank you for doing that. Thank you for that work to you and the rest of the staff there.
Thank you, Carolyn. And we appreciate the community and we appreciate the support because unfortunately people feel that, oh, you must be receiving lots of money from the government, or there's a myth behind how we're funded. And the reality is that we receive a very, very small amount of funding from the government. Um, Over 75 to 80% of our funding will come from fundraising and from donations. Um, and so when people look at Blooming House and they think, oh, they're 2 years old, they're brand new, the government must be taking care of them. No, the government is not taking care of us, and they're not taking care of the women at Blooming House. We are very grateful that the government does help us, but it is not to the extent that people think. So we are always so grateful for even the smallest amount of monetary donation, or when we are able to be up and running with fundraising again, that people would be attending our fundraising events, or that they would want to help us with fundraising. Uh, the smallest amount, we make that go as far as possible. So we are always appreciative of the community supporting us. And yes, you're right, Carol. I mean, homelessness impacts individuals, it impacts families, and it certainly impacts communities. And as we know, Prince Edward Island is really just a large community.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think that Islanders really want to help and like to help. So even just letting them know how they can help is important. So I hope that they receive this message and look you up on your social media or on your website. And if they haven't already learned about your organization, I hope that this, prompts them to learn more and to help you guys continue to do the important work that you're doing. So
Thank you. We hope as well. Thank you so much.
and thanks for being with me, Tammy. And thank you everyone for listening. And be sure to check out all of the links that we've included. And we will see you next Sunday on Chatting with Charities. Have a great day.
Thanks.